On the 19th of every month, we bring you stories of breast cancer survivors. And today we are sharing the journey of three sisters cancer tried to take down, but didn't stand a chance against God and their sisterhood. News 19's Whitney Sullivan has their story.
Three sisters from one big family.
There are three generations of us. Our group has two girls and a boy, and we are in our early 60s. In my sister's group, there are two girls and a boy, and they are in their middle 50s.
No, ma'am. Not 40. No, ma'am.
Each with distinct personalities. The oldest of the three is Miss Mary.
I am very talkative.
Then Miss Linico, who they lovingly call Annette.
I'm more on the reserved side.
And the youngest, Miss Juanita, or Nita as her family calls her. All three bound, not just by their DNA and their unwavering love of Christ, but also their shared battle against breast cancer.
I had a lot of tests, and finally they said, yes, you're in the first stages, and I couldn't believe it.
Miss Mary was up first, diagnosed with breast cancer in 2016.
I read the Word of God, I pulled up the healing scriptures and just let them marinate inside of me.
3 years later, she sent those same scriptures to Miss Juanita.
The nurse called and she said, I was just calling with your test results and you have stage 2 breast cancer.
And a year later, those scriptures were passed down yet again. Miss Annette's doctors ran some tests and she got the dreaded call.
And that's when they told me that I had stage 2 metastatic triple negative breast cancer. And to top it off, it was fast growing.
Part of her treatment included something called the Red Devil. It's a type of chemo known for its red color and unpleasant side effects.
And that was torture. And at one point, I felt dying would have been better.
After rounds of this intense treatment, she was cancer-free, only to be diagnosed again a few years later.
This pain that it hurts all the way down in your bones, and all you can do is pray and call on Jesus.
And as the sisters say, by the grace of God, all three are now in remission. When asked what pushed them through, the answer simple: faith and sisterhood.
101 healing scriptures. She sent me that, and that was my peace. And every time I thought about it or, got scared or hopeless, or even like at night, because that's when it really gets you. The scriptures were the ones that got me through.
What got me through it was to see that they made it through it.
Three sisters, all survivors.
Jesus is the healer, the only one I know. Jehovah Rapha.
And a story of faith stronger than fear.
To anybody that's been diagnosed or, any survivors, just continue to pray. You can't go wrong with prayer.
For News 19, I'm Whitney Sullivan.
Oh, I love that. Everybody wishes they could have wonderful sisters just like them. And don't forget, it's the 19th of the month. Pick up the phone and call your sister, whether she's your sister by blood or your sister in your heart, and remind her to do her self-breast exam.